boy. You're not setting a good example, man.
Do it.
Yeah.
That guy.
Alright, are we all here?
You should be game master.
Jester.
You should be able to tell us.
Jester, August.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Need to be over here. Not sure where they are.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Oh, there's August.
8, and we got 2 more loading in now.
August camouflaged very well.
So I'll give them a moment. So, the doohickey we'll be learning about today, or I'll be teaching today. We may already know this, but I figure it doesn't hurt to double check, go back over it, right? Land nav, specifically here in Arma Reforger and in Arma 3, and more specifically without the use of a GPS or map markers. So, if you notice on your map that stuff is all disabled, we'll be doing it the old-fashioned way today. Obviously, this probably requires that you know how to read a topographical map. If you don't know how, I recommend looking up some tutorials later. It's not going to be a huge issue today, but again, good skill to have. The other thing is how to read the grid on a map, which is, quite simple. So if you open up your map, you'll notice that as you zoom in, the map is divided into 6-digit, 2-digit, and 1-digit grids if you zoom all the way out. Obviously, game to game, that's going to vary, but in Arma, the 6-digit grids are 100 by 100 meters, the 4 digits are a kilometer by a kilometer, and the 2 digits are 10 kilometers by 10 kilometers. So, if you want to read the grid, there's numbers both on the bottom and top of your screen and the left and right side. You just read the bottom number first, follow that line, then you read the side number, follow that line. Where they intersect, the box to the top and right of that, that's the grid you're looking at. So if you're looking at grid 016020, that's the box that encompasses most of Black Pond, right? I think we all understand how to do that, but again, it doesn't hurt to check, right? Do y'all have any questions about that?
Very cool.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So the important bit is actually finding yourself on a map, so I'm going to go ahead and teleport us all real quick. Okay. So I've gone and teleported us away. I'm the only one who knows this location. Well, hopefully. And yeah, so locating yourself on a map is relatively simple. Again, I'm sure most of you know this. The first thing you're going to want to do is locate some landmarks around you. That can be essentially anything that you can find on a map. Buildings are a good one. Terrain features are cool. So when I'm looking around here, I'm looking at that big old radio tower up there, that church just over there, the lighthouse over there, even the path that's just barely visible that away, right? Anything that you can see on a map is useful here. So we identify one. Let's take that lighthouse for example. We identify one, pull out our compass, and we can read the bearing to it. In this case, it's 015, right? Then we could pull out our map. We locate the Jesus, my brain. We locate the landmark on the map. and then we need to pull out one of our tools. So that's going to be, I'm sorry, in the top left, there's a bunch of tools that you can use. We want the second one from the top, which is the protractor, right? So I think Sauce just, oh, never mind, Sauce is here. So you can pull out the protractor on your map. There's a little hole in the center. You can line that with your landmark. Now, this protractor, it shows the cardinal directions, northeast, south, and west. And then it also shows the bearing, both in degrees on the inner scale and radians on the outer scale, right? So using that and using the bearing we got a minute ago, we can draw a line, or sorry, using the inverse of the bearing we got a minute ago, we can draw a line from that landmark to our rough vicinity. So using the second tool from the bottom, we can click on that landmark and then click along the inverse of the bearing that we got a minute ago and draw a line. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. My best bet, pal. Right, so we can take our compass bearing of the landmark, which in this case is 015. We take the inverse of that, so in this case we add 180, that's 195. So we'll take our protractor, put it on the landmark, points, then 195. We've drawn one line that should go over our rough location. To find our exact location, we just repeat this with several landmarks. The more, the better. You only really need 2, but it's better if you have more. It's going to be more accurate, and the more they're spaced apart, that's better. So if you have 2 landmarks that are 90 degrees from each other, that's going to be infinitely better than 2 landmarks that are 10 degrees from each other, right? So if we were to take another landmark, let's see, Signal Hill, right? 300. Then we want the inverse of that, so we take 180 off. 120. And then roughly where these lines intersect, that's about where we are.
Any chance you can talk in game?
Yeah, sorry.
You said 120?
Yeah. Apologies if I'm going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but that's the gist of it. Find a location, draw a line along the inverse bearing.
I used the wrong.
And do that multiple times until you've got a clear enough idea of where you are. So where these 2 lines intersect on my stream, that's where we are. Actually, it's only off by like 5 meters.
Hey, Polly, question.
Yeah.
So, like, I just don't know why you're choosing to do 180. I know you're saying inverse, but why 180 meters? Or degrees? Why that?
Because it's divided into 360, so you need to just take the opposite of that. Yeah. So like you look north, that's 0 degrees or 360 degrees, and then you look south, that's 180. So we're trying to get the bearing of us compared to that landmark, not the landmark compared to us, right? Because we're drawing a line from the landmark towards us, so we need to flip that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I got you. Okay, that's it. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah, do y'all have questions about that? Do I need to do that again? No, it's going kind of fast, but...
In terms of like the lighthouses, since this map has multiple lighthouses, they're a good way to make sure you have the right one.
Mhm.
Hey, Polly, did you go over how to actually use the lensatic compass?
Oh, you just,
Like the window and all that?
yeah, just align the thing on the line in the window.
Yeah.
I forgot to write down the term, but so if you check my stream, you just align it as closely as you can to the
Align the
center
little-
of the object. Yeah.
Little piece of metal on top of the landmark. And look
Yep.
at the bearing.
And then whichever bearing you have on the internal ring of numbers, the inside ring is bearing in degrees. The outside is in radians. So for land nav, you really don't need radians. It's awesome if you're doing like artillery or something like that. But again, outside the scope of this. So if that's do y'all have any questions about that at all? Okay.
Thanks, man.
So, Jesus Christ, my brain is not functioning today. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport us out to another area. I want y'all to work individually to try and find the location using the time we have left, and then I'll check y'all. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good copy.
I'm going to be the fastest compass in the West.
Yeah.
Alright, we can't all be you.
Thank goodness for that, right?
Yeah.
He's him. He's him, guys.
Timothy Hymns.
There's not enough compass for us.
Oh.
Compass for the both of us.
Hey, there's our training range.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna make this a lot easier.
There's this fucking light.
46. We got a lighthouse.
Cool.
And then don't say the grid once you've got it. Just call out
We got
ready
an
or whatever.
airfield.
Ready.
I'll check y'all. Oh, also, I do want to note the method for this is more or less the same across games.
Fuck out the way.
In Arma 3, it's going to be about the same. You just need to use the compass instead of the protractor on the map. But beyond that, concept stays the same.
So is it
One
plus
other
180
nifty little
or
thing
minus
is that
180?
the compass on
So
the...
if the bearing you've gotten is already above 180, you subtract. If it's below, you add. You just don't want to go above 360 or below 0.
Hmm.
You don't even
Interesting.
have to do math. You can just start at that bearing, have the center set on the thing, and draw your line from the bearing through the center point.
Yep. Just whatever works, really.
Yeah, I got mine too.
Got it.
Could be here.
Why'd they have to make this shit square, man?
It is really weird that the protractor is square.
For a round Earth, having a square map seems pretty...
Y'all don't just carry like an inflatable globe with you?
It's the only way that I can navigate.
You said
What
ready
you
when
got,
we're done.
Lewis?
Oh,
I'm done. Is anyone still?
Island? Yeah, I'm still cooking.
Alright, I'll give you a minute.
Oh wait, you need our grid square, huh?
Yeah.
Don't say it
that's-
out loud. Don't say it out loud.
I'm only like 5-10 meters off.
Hold on, let me get the grid.
Here, send me a photo.
Oh, that's so much fucking work.
With practice, you'll do it in seconds.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I did it without a compass or a protractor?
Yes.
Yes.
I routinely do it without a
Yeah.
protractor, I'll often just
I did the exact same way, Justin.
fling my
I used
compass
it
out
to
there and I
tracking
can just do it in my head.
5?
Yeah.
That's like the
Yeah.
whole. This is the whole purpose of the exercise, though, right?
Yeah, to use the compass and
the point
protractor.
is just to show you a method that should work in most environments. It's not perfect. It's not always the quickest method, but it's simple enough that you're gonna remember it. That's.
Just wait until you get into the maps that have no POIs whatsoever.
85?
Oh yeah, if you're in a forest,
Yep.
this is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, we'll bust out our pace count beads some other time.
Oh man, I would love to have pace count beads in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I got spoiled by them in Arma 3.
I don't think that's where we are.
You know what? Just get a real
You know what
one
type
and
of
have it
beads
at your
I use?
desk and count your steps.
Unironically, I may do that.
I think I'm way off. I don't
That's
know what I'm
okay.
doing.
Well, let's check. What grid do you got?
Done.
Opera?
022020.
If you look at the road over here, it's pretty obvious.
020.
022 020.
That's
What road?
Right here.
Behind us.
Right there, behind us.
It's like a hammer road.
You got it up. Oh.
Yeah. So.
okay. What
wait,
what
we
about
just
the
giving
rest of
up?
y'all?
Are we saying our answer now?
Yeah, I got it.
We'll go down the list. August.
019012. Yep.
Arma name what?
What'd you get, Sauce?
019012, somewhere between keypad 5 and 8.
Nailed it.
019.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was thinking actually to the southeast of that. 020011.
So the thing
Negative.
is,
Goes walk over here.
if you're just trying to navigate, you don't need it to be exact. Even being off by like 100 meters, you can still figure out where you are
That's
and
way more
where you're
than 100
going.
meters.
But more accurate, the better,
Yeah, we're to
obviously.
the west of it.
Where are we, Polly?
We are at 019012.
Dang. I had 019014.
Right about there.
I was
I don't know
off
if
by
anyone
like 30
said, but-
meters.
You don't
Yeah, I
actually
mean,
have to minus 180.
Only
if you
being
go.
off by 30 meters when you're sitting here for like 30 seconds doing it, that's still really good. And that's still more than enough if you're just trying to figure out where you are.
A whole
you know?
kilometer
You
off.
see, my equation looks fucking ugly.
I don't like this.
The map is just entirely red lines.
I was a kilometer off.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's fine. We got
A
more
kilometer
mortars.
might be a bit much, but you know, yeah, we'll get there.
To make sure that you're not going to get friendly fired, at least.
Yeah, it's
Right?
Fire for effects.
It's a complicated skill. It's just once you learn it, it gets really easy. I have a feeling most of us have done it before. So
And you'll use it so often that you'll just get so many reps on it that it'll just be like, you know, whip up.
yeah,
You know, oh, lighthouse. I don't know. I'm fucking to the east of it, about a click out. So I'm somewhere on Bald Ridge. Cool.
Ugh.
And then you just terrain associate. Like, there's a dirt road over there with a little T junction. Cool. I must be right next to that. So you look to the east of the lighthouse. You look for a dirt road with a T junction. Holy shit, there we are. So you'll learn little stuff like that as you just rep it. But yeah, knowing how to do it long form is critical, so that when you know you're just like, where the frick am I? You can actually take the 30 seconds and plug it in and get a good, nice bright X on your map of where you're standing.
So when are we gonna learn star maps?
I'm a Pisces.
You know, actually, I think Arma does have an accurate star map. I know Arma 3 does.
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
You know what?
You know, it also doesn't really help that.
Yeah, it looks
what
legit to me.
season are we in,
Shows you
actually?
where you are Southern Ireland.
Oh
northeast of
yeah.
Bald
No,
Ridge.
there's Ursus Major. So yeah.
Alright,
The
well, that's-
sun.
That's kind of all I got.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I think the only other thing I want to mention is obviously land nav's a pretty big topic. This is really just locating where you are. This isn't handling like tracking your movement or anything like that. But it's a good baseline skill to have. I think if this is the only skill you have, just finding out where you are every time you stop, it'll still work. You know.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for putting that little lesson together,
Thanks,
and we
Polly.
can get. Yeah, man, we can get
Thanks.
started.
I accidentally skipped over half of the stuff I wrote down because I didn't open the document.
That'll happen.
Alright.
Alright, bear with me. It's going to be a controlled restart.
Thanos, snap.
Hey, Polly.
Hello.
So,
Ah, you got cut off.
That's rather unfortunate.
Alrighty then. So, how many souls do we have today? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, pretty good for an Easter Sunday. A lot of folks messaged me at the last second saying, oh, I can't make it, can't make it. So, this actually is still a pretty good turnout. Let's see what we got. I gotta like zoom all the way in. I am just resetting the slot in board. Hello there.
hello there.
All right, I think that looks like all of them. All right. All right, gang. So, today we're gonna play a little Risk. Don't worry too much about the actual Risk game. This is more for me as the game master to just keep track of the chaos. But this is heavily inspired by Polly's Democracy Sentinel campaign. And the premise is we're going to go kick some ass and see if we can't push them out of the northernmost peninsula of Everon. Again, don't worry too much about the game layer. This is just mostly for me to track what's happening, but obviously I'll show you what's happening as we go. In the meantime, though, we got to slot up. We got to organize into some kind of effective fighting force and get out there and kick all kinds of butt. So, any thoughts on what kind of skills and tactics we could focus on today? Or anybody have any ideas as to what they'd like to see us try? And that's a rhetorical question. At least one of you has already come forward and been like, I want to see this. So I want to hear
I'd like to see demolitions.
Okay.
LAV.
I could go for some mortars.
All right. So it sounds like we've got some, definitely some options here. How do we want to try to organize ourselves into a fighting force? Anybody have a vision for how they want to try to lead the whole group?
Not as a PL, but I would love my hand at a section lead.
Roger that. I might take PL, at least for the first couple of rounds, just to get us moving here. But we got a couple experienced guys I'd love to see running things as well. So let me... Where'd I go?
Who's doing the game master stuff?
I am. So unless somebody wants PL, I'll have to take it, because if nobody steps up, I will.
I'll go for it.
Polly? All right. Let me... There we are. So I'm going to make you phalanx lead. You'll have a section under your command, and you can break us up however you see fit. Sounds like folks want to be playing around with the LAVs, mortars, and demo. I suspect we can actually get all three. So how do you want us to organize?
Well, the thing I want to ask is, what do you mean exactly by demo? Like,
He wants to play with explosives, if I understand him right.
play with
Yeah,
explosives?
PGs,
DGs?
RPGs, whatever they're called on our side.
Oh, the Carl Gustav.
Yeah. I wanna,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's a fancy idea. How many people we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
11.
11. You're Zeusing, you're not on the ground, so I'd say 1.
I can totally be on the ground. Just please don't put me in a leadership position.
Right. I figure we have a 2-man LAV team. We have a 2-man Carl G team, and then the rest of us file in as what's it called? Raven Zero.
You don't want to use mortars?
Mortars. I think for the time being, no. I figure it's something we can reorganize to later, if it comes, you know, if we want to. But I figure we're already gonna be stretched out quite a bit. So.
All right. So why don't, for now, we staff that LAV team? Who's confident with that?
I am.
Sauce. There you are. I'll make you the VC there, so you can dictate who's going where. Can we get a crewman for Sauce?
Moose.
Moose. Roger that. And then a 2-man Carl G team, like an AT specialist team, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Oh, I heard a Night Fox. And can we get either an assistant or a gunner for the Carl G team?
Interrogative. Wouldn't the Carl G just go as the AT rifleman in a standard squad?
Potentially, but if you specialize in it, that lets you have a little more tactical freedom.
I figure with a 2-man team, A, y'all can take more ammo with it, and B, y'all can take more specialized ammo, because the Carl Gs, you can only fit their ammo in the special backpacks, and you can only
Take a
carry
whole ass
2
Jeep.
extra rounds. Yeah.
Kind of be a heavy weapons team.
I figure we can use those anti-structure munitions to, you know, erase enemy positions.
Who's our second member of that team then?
I know Owen said he wanted to. He wanted to do demolitions.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that we were doing that.
Raj. Yeah, Owens. There you are, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty. Now let's staff up Raven Zero for Polly. Do we have a 2IC? Someone who's comfortable leading if Polly is distracted or out of the fight?
Yeah, 1-8.
Roger that, Trapper. Boom, there you are. Alrighty, we got support gunners and AT riflemen to stock up. Who's going where?
I'll be a support cutter, or what's the AT?
AT rifleman, you're responsible for bringing some kind of light anti-tank asset, either an LAW, which is a one and done, a grenade launcher with HEDP rounds. That means high explosive dual purpose, which can tear up vehicles, both, or some kind of anti-vehicle option with the team.
And then support gunner is just a rifleman?
Support gunner is typically either a squad automatic weapon, machine gunner, or a DMR, depending on the mission.
Okay, I'll be at AT.
Roger that.
And I'd be a support gunner then?
Who's that?
That was Ace.
Ace, gotcha. Sorry, everybody. I'm still learning y'all's voices.
All good.
And I can be 01 can be Trapper's AT rifleman.
Raj, stand by. There you are.
I'll take the support gunner.
That sounded like that guy. Perfect. Are we missing anybody?
Jester.
Just you. Oh, Jester's here.
Jester. Yeah, so Polly, you might want to consider breaking your section up into 2.
Yeah, if that's the case, maybe I'll detached from the rest of the section. I'll be on my own, and then we have 2 3-man sections.
Can't you just get a
Plus-
radio man?
Pardon?
Wasn't that used to be a role, radio man?
Yeah. So
it's-
after playing a couple times, we've been finding that having the PL, like just sort of detached and floating around, doesn't really work
Makes sense,
super
yeah.
well. Makes way more sense to have the PL also be a section lead. It also reduces the number of leaders that we need in a game.
Sure. Okay.
So what I would recommend then is break off into a second section, which is going to be a light section of like 4 guys, and then you can just stick, join in progress, whatever, into those 2 sections.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah, if you're cool with that, I'll move Trapper over.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Oh yeah, I wanted to be a section lead anyway, but this works.
Yeah. So then this works out nicely, and now we've got spots open for whoever else and whatever you need. So who else is left? Jester, what do you want, brother?
Oh, what's up?
What do you want, Jester? Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
Give me AT.
Roger that. Polly, you want him in 0 or 1?
Just either.
Okay.
Actually, I have a request.
Yeah.
Jester, can you go support gunner and join me?
I mean, I can. I might be shit at it, but I can.
Okay, that's fine. You can. That's fine. I don't need it.
All right. Anybody else I'm missing? Going once, going twice.
Well,
Alrighty.
you're missing yourself, but beyond
Yeah,
that,
I'll
we're
probably
good.
drop in with Trapper. I'll maybe just be like a support gunner, or even a 2IC, and just do that for a bit. Alrighty.
Okay.
Let me get this going. And we can always change it, everybody. We don't have to keep this the whole night. We can do a couple rounds and then be like, this doesn't work, and shake it up. In fact, I would like us to discuss that at the end of every round of the game.
Understood.
This is not supposed to be how we do forever. Slot up screen. Oh, whoops. I still have to prune it. Sorry. That looks ugly. Try this again. Sorry about that. There we go. Much nicer. All right, cool. And then right. You'll want to see this. Sorry, I'm dumb. Share screen. Alrighty. So we are going to be doing some Risk. So I've already got the game started. The scenario is flowing. We need to put ourselves into the game. So according to the rules, we can only spawn at a fob. That's what those little pentagon-looking ones are. Costs us 3 points to drop in. So now we are up here. Now what's cool about the players is that we can choose to kind of go anywhere. The rule is, though, we just start there. So, for example, if we wanted to, we could take part in an attack on this point here, try to push those guys off. We could, in theory, go whoop, 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 all the way down and try to knock out that camp. We can kind of go wherever we want. The catch is, though, we end wherever we end. So if we go somewhere, do a thing, and come back, cool. If we go out and stay there, that's where we'll be at the end of the turn. So just something to think about as we're moving forward. A lot of this is going to be confusing because it's, just all part of the simulation. But really all we need to pick is, where do we want to go? What do we want to blow up today? It is the top of the midday turn, day 1. So where do we want to go?
Like, where do we want to attack first?
Yeah. I would
Then we-
recommend that we scoot over to here, and then hold out there while we for the turn, and then attack down there. That'd be my recommendation.
So, okay, south of us at the 1 points that have no markers on there, no pieces.
Correct.
Those are just free, really?
Yeah, they're empty at the moment. No control and no units. So this is a threat, though. There's 2 troops over there by the military base, and they could attack our vulnerable up here, destroying the troop and the control. So that's why I'm recommending we scoot over here, and then on the next turn that we can move, we attack down. Polly, what do you think?
I think we just go with your suggestion.
Cool. All right, so let me do that. This will take about 30 seconds. And then, yeah, actually, I think we're going to start out with a defense mission. I think these 2 troops, actually, at the start of the insurgent turn, they're going to convert that into a 3rd troop. And I think they, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they had 10. Yeah, they're going to try to launch an attack, I think, on this point up here and try to dislodge us. So we're going to actually open the campaign with a defense mission. So stand by, I'll set it up, and we'll get going.
Woo!
Hey, is the server up and running yet? Oh, good.
Yeah, it's no faction.
Cool. Yeah, so I already have a pre-built fob that I'm going to load in, and we'll be basically just to the east of it. And for sake of sanity, we can say we took some Vixen stuff with us. And then there'll be an arsenal when you drop in. We'll have a couple minutes to do some quick planning, but it's risk. So once I say the timer starts, the enemy will start moving, and we'll have to deal with it. So bear with me. It's loading. All right, and don't spawn in just yet. Give me like a minute just to set things up real fast.
Bathroom break, water break.
Yeah, if you need it, it'll be about 2 or 3 minutes. We are north of military base in these woods, yeah. Yeah, so we're defending basically just north of landfill. Got it. Camp. Alright guys, you go ahead and spawn in at the encampment to the east of the fob. It'll be east of the airfield. There's going to be a little encampment there for you to rally up at. And I'll get this scenario going here. I can see a couple people are not following the instructions. It's alright, I'll get you.
Now, how on earth do I carry this ammo?
There's a specific backpack for it.
Copy.
Apparently we don't have the other... I thought we had HE rounds for this. For the, Carl G. It's fine. It'll do for this mission.
Which backpack is it, do you know?
It should look like 2 tubes on your backpack.
Copy.
84mm MAW heat, 650 line carry.
Well, it looks like an attachment.
In your rucksack GS, you can put multiple of those.
Copy.
Correct. And then we're holding the military site. This is defense. I figure when they do attack, they'll be coming from the south. We have an LAV, we have 2 squads, we have an AT team. Trapper, you over here? That's a negative.
Are we supposed to spawn at the main fob?
Nope, we're supposed to go.
Negative. We're
Here in
supposed
the
to go
woods.
to the encampment to the east. I can help you out there.
I can fly us there.
So, sit.
Which thing are you trying to carry?
Oh, we're out of supplies.
Matt, if you grab the G5 rucksack, you can put the mod tubes inside that backpack.
Alright, what? So I got August. What are you, my
Let's make
MT?
sure we're in game.
Yeah.
Copy. Who's my other guy? That guy, you my gunner?
I believe so. I might double check. So, sit.
I think you are, yeah.
In game.
Yeah. As long as we're within that, like, military base area, anywhere we set up, they'll be coming towards us,
Alright,
right?
boys.
They're coming from military site. We're defending the objective
Pack
marker
your,
at
rabbit's foot.
052110.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they're coming across landfill to try to dislodge us from this
All right,
position.
Moose, can you grab a resupply pack,
Okay,
please?
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Have that in your backpack.
Yeah, this is a
And
defend
once you
operation.
got that, Moose, please join me in the LAV.
Alrighty, let me try to be a good 2IC to your boy here. Trapper! Where's Trapper? Trapper!
Alright,
I know you're kitting up, so just I know you're kitting up, so you can just listen. When you get a sec, you're gonna want to
Grabbing
make
an
a new squad.
What's
You're
your
gonna
weight?
want to name it Raven 1, and
it was 50 a second ago.
you're gonna want to be the leader
I'm
of
about
it.
40 right now, 35. Just grabbing a lighter weapon.
Ollie,
Yeah.
for consistency with the slot-in screen, you're Raven 0. Change your team's call sign to Raven 0.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, P1. Send traffic, repeat last.
Hey,
We want Polly.
Mm-hmm.
Aim. Support gunner. Who would you like for me to carry? DMR or LMG?
Oh, and I'm gonna see if we can't get a
LNG,
pickup truck to hold ammo. So let's
figure
try
we're
and
not
keep
gonna
this
get much
down
use
to
out of
below
DMR.
60k.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
sure.
I'm gonna just stick with this. Fuck it.
Okay,
I've got total
Sauce,
4
Night
rounds.
Fox, Trapper, can I steal y'all for a minute?
Yeah.
I'll load these up and then worry about the K.
Okay, I figure, Warhorse and Raven 1, I'll send y'all off to roughly grid 054110, that rough area where we can get a good position, overlooking
game level.
landfill. I'll take Raven 0 and the anti-tank team just west of y'all, overlooking the industrial compound. We will be separated, unfortunately, but I figure those are the 2 areas that they're most likely to move through.
Suggestion, they're going to have to move across the road that runs southwest to east-northeast. So setting up something that can overwatch that will probably be beneficial if they have to take this right where we're at.
I figure Raven 1 and Warhorse can both cover the landfill and that road, just whatever position they choose. If necessary, we can relocate Raven 1 towards the center of that road to make sure they're not crossing it.
Lucy, about ready? Not hearing any response from you, Moose.
Oh, what?
Alright, Polly, are those symbols about right?
Yep. And, yeah. So, Raven 2, Raven 0, and, Warhorse and Raven 1.
Yep.
Citadel, do we have access to construction trucks, or?
Yeah, there's one right over there.
Okay, I figure, we only have the ones?
Yeah.
Okay, so Raven, I'll let Raven 1 take the construction truck set up. I figured that landfill is going to be the most important area they're going to try and move through.
Got you. Will do.
Yeah, unfortunately, this area is a little bit restrictive, so we might have to play it by ear.
All right, I can only give you another minute or 2 before I start the clock. So how do you want to final orders before the timer starts?
I think we're good. So Raven 0 with me.
Lucy, about done?
Make sure you guys save your loadouts, by the way.
Okay. ADU then.
Do we have any cheap vehicles?
Too late for that.
Hey, August, do you have the
Alrighty.
resupply pack?
Yep.
Good copy.
Only a couple 100 meters away, so we ought to walk.
Radio check 4-8.
Good.
Gotcha on 4-8.
And radio check 38-5. Good check.
Good check.
Okay, Swag, Raven 0, group up with me, and...
Night Fox, have you got your buddy?
Radio check.
Yep.
Okay, let's get going. Or
All right, Owen with me.
That's it. We're gonna move.
All right, Raven 1, let's load up in the repair truck.
Yeah.
Timer
resupply
started,
pack.
20
How do I
minutes.
fill it up?
Your what?
Resupply pack.
You don't.
You don't?
Fill it up. Gotcha. All right. Raven 0 AT team with me.
You want to drive, August, or anything?
I can, yeah.
We're going to be overlooking the industrial compound on the western side and trying to keep our eyes down the road the best we can.
Hey, are we loading any ammo into these?
No, we're not taking any vehicles or anything. We're just going to
gotta drop
for
some.
those. We're covering the weaker flank here.
How far of a walk we got?
The objective is right across this field.
Yeah, we're only
I'll
like
be
100
moving
meters
you
away now.
Some interesting graphical glitch.
No vehicle, we're walking, Jester.
Oh, cool. What direction?
We are to your west.
Jester.
I'm coming.
Alright, Raven 0, plant yourselves here.
Follow
AT
the
team
tree
move a
line,
little
you'll
bit off
find
to
us.
our right, see if you can get slightly better sight line. So we're keeping our eyes towards the mill base.
The lines are only really going to get better if we go all the way up to the road.
I'm not seeing much cover out there, so
Yeah.
say just hang out here. Worst case scenario, I move y'all to engage armor.
A firm. Oh, and where'd you go? A firm. I see you, I think. Alright, I got eyes on you. Walk towards your 2 o'clock.
Also, hey, Nightfox, when you get a chance, do you mind changing up the call signs on your map markers?
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm Raven 0, and then I think you're Raven 2.
Raven 1, Raven 0, sit rep.
Alright, how much ammo do you have?
8 mags out and 8 rockets out.
0, this is 1-4,
Alright, you
break.
got a lot of ammo. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to position you
053,
basically at the right end of our line.
we're oriented east, tend to get to
So,
auto waypoint.
and then I will go a little bit to our left here so that we can
Copy
engage
that,
as needed.
Raven 0 and Raven 2 are set up on your
straight ahead.
western flank.
Okay.
Raj.
Alright, Polly. Yep. I've got my AT gunner on your right. I'm going to be on your left. So we're spread out a little bit.
Sounds good to me. If you see anything, any vehicles or any cluster of infantry, light them the fuck up.
Hey, firm. I'm not going far. I'm 20 meters out.
Yeah, as long as you're within voice range, you're good. Raven 0, we all good here? Everyone got a decent position?
A firm.
Alright, now we wait. Oh, shit. I'm gonna go deploy our radio. I'll be right back. And set.
0, Raven 1. We are weapons hot. Could be in engagement.
Raven 0 copies. How many guys are you looking at?
Possible 8 targets. We're letting them pass. They're heading north.
Raven 1, if you've got eyes on, light them up.
Real quick, that's our current position. I updated the map, so that'll be across the field, and then I can look down there.
To the landfill, roughly 052, 109, keep that the same. Okay. Just whatever works. If y'all are just trying to see if there's contact over there, so we're not going to be surrounded. Alright. I wonder if I spread us out.
I'm going to try to split the difference between us and Warhorse.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, Owen, we're heading east.
Hey, call out if you get any contact. We'll come help.
Warhorse, Raven 1, this is Raven 0, be advised, I'm sending Raven 2 towards y'all's direction to get better eyes along the MSR. Please watch your fire facing west. How copy?
Repeat last, please.
I'm sending Raven 2 towards y'all's direction to get better eyes along the MSR between our two groups. Watch your fire to the west. How copy?
Good copy.
I think I stretched this out a little bit too much. We'll probably be sitting here for a couple more minutes, and if I'm not seeing anything here still, we're gonna shift west towards them, or shift east towards them.
Big copy. We should be okay, hopefully.
Are y'all seeing anything at all?
Negative on me.
Okay.
Nothing along the MSR. Looks clear for now.
I see a bunch of pretty flowers.
Pretty flowers?
Raven 3 is on pause. Correction, Raven 2 on pause.
copy. Raven 2, Raven 0 is going to move over to y'all and take up that position. We're seeing absolutely nothing over there.
Alright, let's get out of here. Nothing's happening.
Affirm, we'll keep the road clear.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh, hello? There we go. Friendly coming in.
Ears on yet?
Alright, Raven 0 set up here. I'm gonna double back for the radio, okay?
Okay.
Copy that.
Jester, we're setting up in these rocks up ahead. I'm just grabbing the radio.
Last contact was at the level of the road. They were traveling east.
I'm back. Just crashed.
Glad to have you. It's nice they gave you your old body back.
Yo. Yo, Night Fox, I'm here. I crashed.
Yep, I'm right next to you.
Good copy. You just loaded in.
Alright, let's everyone try and space out. We're all within frag radius of each other.
Warhorse to Raven 0. Raven 0 copies, send traffic.
I just checked text in Discord. Apparently my driver's out for the night. Need a replacement, please.
Yeah, copy. I'll send one of my guys over there.
Hey, lucky day. One of y'all gets to drive an LIV. Who wants to do it?
Have eyes on contact front.
Eyes on.
Eyes on. Hey Jester.
What's up?
You know how to drive in this game?
I can, yeah.
Got more contact.
Right, do me a
180 in the
favor,
tree
run
line.
on over to Warhorse's position. It might be a bit of a walk, but you're going to be his new driver. That
Scanning,
sound
no
cool?
eyes.
You got it.
Okay.
Warhorse, I'm sending Jester over to be your new driver. How copy?
I think 2 more coming in.
Raven 0, Raven 1.
Raven 0 copies.
Where do you want Raven 2 going right now?
Raven 2 and Raven 0 are holding position at grid 052110. We're in a better position now, we just had to find him. position.
Confirm.
I hear
Audible on a
vehicle. Is
vehicle.
that friendly?
Negative, I didn't order them over here.
Law is ready.
As soon as you see it, blow it up.
Good copy.
Very close, very left.
MG's down, I'm gonna reload.
Launching road in front of us.
Disregard, I hear sauce over there. Stay here.
Owen, get behind cover. It's a friendly Vic.
Big and friendly Vic.
Confirm friendly.
He's down.
Not sure why they're over here.
Reloading.
Copy.
Owen, what's your status?
Active. Raven 0, Raven 1.
What's your ammo?
Raven
supply?
0,
Red,
copy.
green,
Seven
what?
out. Friendly's approaching your east.
Okay, firm.
Is friendly infantry or armor?
Eagles, Eagles.
Hey Trapper, what are y'all doing over here?
Yeah, I mean, you told us to hold our pause. I guess we didn't. But, thought it was kind of coming to a wrap.
Yeah, preferably hold your position next time. But while you're here, I guess swing out on our left-hand side and find yourself a good position.
And that's time.
Okay, disregard.
Yeah, I would have held if there was, like, going to be a lot more. Sorry.
All right, no, you're good. Just.
All right. That was round 1. I'll turn on the main base if we want to go there and play around with our kit while we're getting ready for the next round. But that was round 1. Just keep cleaning this up. There we go. There we go. Now we have all the frames. All right. If you wanted to play around with your kit, you can go ahead and spawn back into the main base while we're getting the next round set up. But let's do a quick little debrief how that went. Let's get some voices in here. Hello?
I think. Yeah, the terrain wasn't the greatest, but I still think I overextended us a little bit. I overestimated how much they'd be spreading out. So for a minute there, we had our like there were guys able to just walk through the middle of us. But we corrected that.
All right. So what just happened is 2 of these little trooper types came up here, attacked that point. We repelled them. They're destroyed. So on the next insurgent turn, they'll get 2 control back. But that's the only action they're going to take that turn. Dusk. What do we want to do with our newfound momentum? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Blue 4 is going to spend both of those on control. So we could keep going kind of to our south and try to push the enemy off of military. That way, you know, it's just easier to control kind of the northern sector here. Or if we're feeling bold and daring, we can strike out at another location and try to dislodge the enemy from there. But considering that it's still early game, the enemy doesn't really have a whole lot going on, and those camps are going to be hard to destroy since they're sitting in the middle of their control fields like that. So we'd probably be better off hunting down their troops and forcing them off the table. But yeah, it's our turn. It's top of the dusk. What are we thinking? Do we want to just strike out to the south here? Because I think we can probably have. So like up here, those two down here, plus this guy to help.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be the winning move here. What do you guys think? Polly, you okay with that plan?
Yep.
Cool. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go after that last one. So I'll set up the camp like before. Since we haven't really done this a lot, I'm still learning. We can continue to just have the vehicles kind of magically there. In the future, I'll write up some rules for actually hauling them out there. While we're here, that'll save me the trouble having to prep them out there.
Install deploy at the main farm.
Yeah, go ahead, get kitted, and then I'll just teleport us out to the camp when we're ready. Might just be an easy way to think of it.
Point out that there's a lot of room in the trunk of that LAV if you guys know to store stuff there.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea to stuff some extra ammo in there.
Is he getting teleported with us?
Yeah,
I think 15 boxes of 7.62 might be enough.
This will probably be a pretty easy fight because we outnumber them so heavily. It's okay, it'll just go quick.
Probably what if I summon in a dick so that the AT team can have a bit more ammo available?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. These supplies is not supposed to be a super serious management sim, so go nuts. Alrighty, so Polly, what is your plan for the players as we attack the next objective from the camp? So we'll start right where we were before, but we're going to military site.
I figure same split as before with
We've got the truck on the LAV.
with Raven
Jester,
1
why
and
don't you hop in
Warhorse
as
being
gunner
together,
now?
and Raven 0 and Raven 2 being together.
Say again?
Hop in as gunner.
Raj.
I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll push the LAV and Raven 1 up along the MSR that runs along the military site, northwest to southeast. Push them along there. At the same time, Raven 0 and Raven 2 will approach about where your red arrow marker is, up to the fence. Kind of get an L shape on them. LAV can lock down the main sight lines within the military site, and Raven 0 and Raven 2 can get in and actually clear it. If it becomes necessary, we can send Raven 1 in to assist as well. Or they can push up with LAV or whatever.
You're going to have some infantry close to the LAV?
Yeah, you'll have Raven 1 unless we need to tear them away.
Okay.
That sounds good with us.
Yeah, because the military site is pretty close in sight lines when you're not on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
Let me get some markers for
Alrighty, are we all set to head out to the encampment then?
Alright, Chester, function check here.
Alright,
Use WASD to rotate a lot faster.
That guy, you're good? You're set?
Yeah, I changed to 5.56. I have more ammo.
Good
The
copy.
coax is probably
August,
beyond
you're good?
lane unless we see a Vic.
He's
I'll
good,
be
I know he's
using,
good.
12 o'clock
Polly,
system
Raven 1 is good.
of the Vic to call out targets.
Alright.
Stand by for one more second.
Hey, Sauce Jester, I'm gonna try teleporting you guys, but it might jack up.
I'd be safer not to. Just let them get up.
Only drag the vehicle,
If
not
you
the...
give us a minute, we can just drive there. It's not that far.
Okay. I don't... No, just hop out. It's so much faster. Just hop out.
We've only got limited supply for the APF, the armor piercing fin discarding saber arms, APF's DS.
Oh, Night Fox, when you got a sec, do you mind deleting your old markers?
Not a bit.
So again, the 762 is going to be the mainstay here.
Alright, Polly, just so we're on...
Oh, he died.
We were all killed and reborn.
I suggest,
Where's my squad leader? I'm unsupervised.
And our truck didn't. Oh, there's a truck, but our truck's gone. All right. Oh, and because I didn't have a radio last time, and I figured it'd be a good idea to have one this time. I left my launcher behind.
No problem, you're good.
So I got 2 out this time.
You're
I
all
got
set
the
to
rest
go?
of
You
the
got
truck.
everything you need, August?
And the truck is not present.
Copy. So then you're good.
I'll grab some more.
What was your question, Trapper?
Polly, I'll give you a minute or two, then we'll start it.
Where do you want Raven 1 to be exactly upon approach, upon entry? What is it that you need from us?
Alright, so I figure Raven 1 and Warhorse, y'all can move, can you see my marker as I'm moving it? Negative.
No,
Negative.
only when you put it down.
So I figure y'all can kind of progress down along this MSR with Warhorse. You get sight lines, within the military base along this main road here. Get sight lines along that military base. Raven 1 is right there with Warhorse, supporting them. Just holding 360. There's a good chance we'll call you in to help clear stuff, but for the time being, your job is just to hang out there and hold security, pretty much.
Yeah, I got you. And do you have adequate numbers? Do you need any? Because I mean, we got 4 of us. We're 4 strong.
We got 5 between us, so I think we're all right.
Okay, then you're set.
Hey, Polly, you're gonna have Blue 4 also helping you out.
Am I?
Yeah. So there's gonna be Blue 4 coming in from our sector and the one to the southwest there, just like on the map.
All right. I can't imagine the plan's gonna change all that much.
Cool.
Actually, Night Fox, you here? Yes, you
Yep,
are.
I'm here.
How do you feel about swapping with Raven 1? So Raven 1 and Raven 0 are immediately breaching that fence, and it's just Raven 2 and Warhorse that are holding the road.
Works for me.
All right.
Sounds good.
So... I got demo bricks on me. I got 5. Is that good?
That'll do the trick.
That'll definitely do the trick, yeah.
Copy.
All right.
If we have eyes on structures in the military base, do you want us to reduce them as a precaution?
If you have contact, yeah. I'm just thinking we're probably going to have to defend this place, so let's not obliterate it if we can avoid that.
Fine.
Yeah, I know, fun police. Alright, Raven 0, Raven 1 will proceed on foot. Raven 2, Warhorse, you guys are mounted. And, yeah, I'd say,
Alright, timer's starting. Timer's starting.
Oh, and let's hop in.
Yeah, you guys try and take it a little slow. If you don't mind, hang out about there where that marker is until we give you the go-ahead to move up. Up cop.
Good to go, boss.
That truck that we had at the fob, is that the one down there?
Marker is
Yeah.
at 0490.
I just had the
sorry,
radio pack in there,
049106.
Yep, confirm.
We've also got the encampment arsenal. If you
All
need
right,
any
yeah,
weapons.
head over there. I'll let you know when to move up. Raven 0, Raven 1, are we ready?
Hey, for
Alright, we all mounted in here?
All right, let's get on out of here. I gotta pick up our radio, so.
Yeah, so if we're going to be at Raven 1 marker from here, we basically just need to head south by southeast. About 500
Oh,
meters.
sorry. Let's go. I'll figure out how to use these compasses one of these days. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're gonna hold here.
There you go.
Holding here for a minute.
Warhorse, Raven 0.
This is Warhorse, send it.
Warhorse, once you're ready, go ahead and move to grid 051, break 104, and cut the camp in half. How copy?
Good copy. We are advancing.
Alright, move up. This is the industrial site. This is not the camp. Guys, I might be a little smooth brain.
Warhorse to Raven 0.
Raven 0, copy.
We have Blue 4 on our position as well. Currently static.
Copy that. I guess just avoid shooting the blue 4. We don't control them as far as I'm aware.
There it is. That's the actual base. the radio here. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Yeah, go ahead and get up to that wall.
All the way to the wall?
Yeah, go for around here.
Raven 0, Raven 1.
Raven 0, copy.
We are approaching our waypoint, ready for engagement.
Copy. Once you've reached it, go ahead and breach the wall, get in there. We're at our waypoint as well.
Breaking the wall to the left.
Yeah, let's go through it. Alright, let's get in.
Warhorse, Raven 0.
Set for Warhorse.
Warhorse, troops are internal, watch your fire.
Copy. Troops internal, watch your fire.
Alright, we're gonna hold here for a minute on this berm.
We got soft contact to the southwest. MSR.
Those are friendly. Yeah, that's a bunch of friendlies. We're good on that end.
Raven 1, Raven 0.
Send traffic.
Raven 1, check your map. Once you're internal, start swinging towards the direction of that marker and start clearing buildings. We're holding on the Raven 0 mark. How copy?
Copy. We are in direct fire of friendlies.
Copy. Warhorse, Raven 0.
Send it.
Go ahead and cease your fire inside the military site. We got that covered. Keep your eyes external. How copy?
Good copy.
Alright, we're gonna hold here, cover Raven 1. They're gonna start clearing houses on the other side. That'll be that. I have a feeling we're attacking with way too many people. You know what? I got a better idea.
Yeah. Warhorse, Raven 2. This is Raven 0. I got a better idea for y'all.
Send it.
Alright. Start pushing into the military base. Use Raven 2 to clear the guard shack at the gate. We're holding just outside the next warehouse. Push up to there once that guard shack is clear. Then I'm gonna have y'all hold cover internal, okay?
Guard shack is clear.
Copy.
Copy, check map.
Alright, friendly LAV coming in. Once they're here, we're gonna move in and clear this warehouse.
Good copy.
Raven 2, this is Warhorse. We are moving in.
Alright, hang on here for a moment. Alright, hold here for a sec. Check this warehouse so you don't get RPG'd, okay? Raven 0 with me, cross the road, we're clearing this warehouse.
Roger that, let's move.
Friendly's rising the hill.
I'll pop it, ready?
Ready.
Don't shoot
Internal.
Friendly.
Eagle holding your rear.
Raven 2's on site.
Clear. Alright guys, pop open those doors, keep an eye on that. I'm gonna move Warhorse.
Alright.
Send it. Good copy.
Raven 1, sit rep.
We are clearing out our side of the military base.
Copy, be advised, I'm moving Warhorse into position to cover your right-hand flank. We'll also be clearing in parallel to you. How copy?
Good copy.
Alright, Raven 0. We're gonna push up to this warehouse and clear it.
A-firm lifting fire.
Swing around the right hand side of the building. Let's stay on as long as we can. Enemies internal. Hopper, how many rounds do you have that solid beat? Hey, how many rounds do you have for that thing? Go ahead and toss one internal.
Through that door?
Yep, go for it. Back blast clear. Alright, let's get in there. Pushing.
With you.
Fine. Going. Clear left.
Right clear.
Okay.
Warhorse, friendly coming out.
No, I'm gonna push to this next building and clear it.
Copy that. Do not tell you friendlies yet.
Guys, we're gonna hold security for these guys.
Good copy.
It's Raven 1, that's yours, go for it.
Did you copy their transmission? They're giving it to us.
Raven 1, Raven 0.
Set traffic, Raven 0.
That building in front of you is yours, we'll cover you.
Confirm.
You gotta let them have some fun too.
Yep. Sending. If he's in there, he ain't happy.
Couple more.
Roger that, sending.
So let's swing right a little bit over the rear if we can. The rear of the building, sorry. Alright, that's good.
Simo approach. You two stack up, get ready.
Rog's ready, left side.
Alright, prep frag.
Frag ready.
This is gonna open away from me, so bounce it off the door. You ready?
I open this door for you, that guy.
Swinging it.
Do it.
Frag,
Set.
going in.
Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Wow.
Are y'all good?
Citadel
Guys, let's get out there and help them. That's one dead. Two dead.
Warhorse
And
does
that
have
was
some extra
the
medical.
last of them, so...
Absolutely flawless until the last 30 seconds.
Note to self, you can bring down entire buildings with just grenades.
That is important information for the future.
That was completely
Oh.
flawless except for the last 30 seconds.
It crumbled, wow.
Holy shit.
Is that what happened? The whole damn building came
Yeah,
down?
the whole
Yeah.
building came down.
We walk up there and y'all are buried.
Alright. So, I'm gonna move the encampment up to military site, the place we just took. And... yeah, I think what we'll do is, we'll just do a thing where we just respawn out there. A lot easier than me trying to teleport everybody. Yeah, so let me just... oh, Trapper's out there all alone. Here, just... there. If we need Vix, just ask. Let's get this move back up. So he got annihilated. Now the map looks like that. Because they're insurgents, that control can't be destroyed. We have to knock out camps to disrupt it, but they won't get any points while it's there and we're on there, so at least that. So that's, I think, the end of Blue's turn. Yeah, it's going to be the start of Green's turn. Oh, hello.
Sorry.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 14, 8, 2. They need 30 for a new camp. And I think what they're going to do is set up kind of a defensive position here. Actually, since we've got these coming in,
Well, there's a sit button. How do you sit?
I'm just going to drop all that there. Troops, try to set up some kind of defense there.
Sorry, August, I didn't want to double mic. There is not a sit button in this camp. You can, here,
That there, actually.
play a little duck, duck, goose. Go ahead where I was.
Gotta be sneaky beaky.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, like, for the, you know, when you have, like, When you are into base building,
yeah, I think
you
that's
like
the
little shit like
insurgent
this.
Turn for dusk. Now it is the nighttime turn. For blue
That's
floor.
the other one's.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. We're gonna purchase another.
Chilling.
Another troop, I think.
Habush, babush.
It's a BB's thing, yeah?
Push
What ammo do I need for the L1 or A1 ball?
They are single-use weapons.
So then, what
Store up
is
the line.
the M8?
So yeah, that's the
21
nighttime
frag
turn
shells?
for the AI part of the blue floor. What do we want to do?
I
Are we
believe.
looking just to wait out the night? head
Oh,
out
you
in
said the
morning,
mod, not the
You'll
law.
see like
to
two
east of the night,
cylinders.
bump
The,
around? What
that
are you guys
in the
thinking?
clothing. The two cylinders is the ammo.
Wouldn't it be the Heat
Let
L40?
me bring up the slot of screen. Click.
I think the Heat L40
Ollie,
Opera.
where would you like
Okay,
the man
I'll
clip?
switch out then.
And then the backpack, they have like a special
we're down one in
two-barrel
Raven 0,
backpack.
So I'll steal them.
Okay.
It's not
so
even a
Jester,
backpack, it's
head
just
down to
rounds.
help out with Sauce.
It's an ammo
Yeah,
container.
Jester,
That's
you
it.
want to stay at Warhorse? You
Yeah,
want
but like
to
you
go
can,
back?
it goes on your back.
But I can't carry my other equipment
Okay.
if I have that.
I don't know,
Correct.
you can put them in a
Short or
backpack.
AT?
It's
I'm gonna say AT.
The 84mm Maw Heat 651 carry.
Sorry, can you turn off radio supply costs?
Oh, you could actually. You could.
Yeah, that was a
So
big up
Opera,
to Citadel.
Turn that off.
If you put on this big backpack, you could carry that fucking thing in there.
What's it called?
And it really works with like medium backpacks too.
Large combat field pack.
Radios, it's just the.
You can
Safety
store
first,
up to
that guy.
4 in the medium one.
I don't know.
Here it is.
Which
Respawn budget
backpack
type
is it?
unlimited. You
The
should be able just to
rucksack?
respawn. Try it.
No, a large large combat field pack.
You can use any backpack.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, any backpack, fuck it.
It's
Okay.
saying not enough supplies. Don't sweat it, it's fine.
Gotta pick the giantest one.
I got it.
Tell her how to do it, Owen. I don't know.
No, look at this thing though. For real, what is in there? How many can you even fit in there?
As for the map,
I have the radio pack in here also.
No way.
Yeah, and I have the medkit in here.
Yeah.
Backpack
We could just
exception.
wait out the night, go out in the morning, or if
You ever have to
guys
use
are
the
feeling
med pack?
bold and daring, we could go for a nighttime assault on the suspected camp at Itu.
Always bold, always daring.
I would say, yeah, let's go
I like
blow
it.
up a little village.
All right. Yeah, give me just a
Utus.
minute for a quick bio, but what we'll do is we'll leave our friendlies behind to watch our 6. This will be a solo assault on a superior enemy force. It's going to be like 4.5 times our own size.
Numerically superior.
Numerically superior. Now, here's the thing about camps. When we attack them, we have to roll. There's some dice that get rolled. They get a bonus for every control marker. See those little chevrons that are in adjacent sectors. So they would get, 1, 2, 3, 4 bonus. So there's a really good chance that when we get in there and we blow it all up, that the camp isn't actually there and it gets to escape. But if they roll
Are
really
you going
poorly,
hunting for
we roll
baby
really
sea
well,
turtles?
it might actually be there, at which point we get to destroy it and set the insurgents back pretty significantly. So that's what's going on. Give me just a minute to go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Smoke
Could
with
I get a request? Could you get an
Yeah.
LED in before you go bio?
Oh yeah. So you can set
Is
it all
red
up.
the darkest
Yep,
flashlight
thank you.
color
Any
there
other
is?
Vicks you guys need?
Negative, it's not far.
Yeah, I
Alright.
don't think everyone.
Hey, Sauce,
Yeah.
do you think you can load a bunch of flares into your LAV?
I'll advance the clock.
We could, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm not sure how night vision works in the LAV,
Yeah.
but
Looks good.
it works good apparently. I want to post up at 052104. We have
So what are you
elevation
trying to
there.
do? Tell me what you
We're gonna be
I want
at
to
our
carry
best
extra
when we can just
heat rounds.
when we don't have to worry
Okay.
about what's close to us.
Correct.
And we can just ring
And
fire it.
if I
Right about
have
here.
a backpack, I can't put any of them in there.
Oh,
Correct.
So it's slightly elevated. At
Correct.
45
So
meters,
the
80
only
on
way
20.
would be is if you
You
put,
should have decent
like,
eyes,
do you
and
know
we'll
the
just somewhere
tubed backpack that has like? Okay,
Then
so I
have
think.
limited space for like
You're wearing it
have
too.
no throwables.
Sounds alright.
Okay, are you putting anything in your
Yeah,
shirts
take
and
the
pants?
flares,
Yeah.
What are you putting in
with
there?
you guys.
You're not wearing a vest currently.
Alright.
Is she
It
not?
won't let me wear
Oh.
a vest with
All
it,
right,
will it?
Jester.
I tried.
Let's start transferring some.
Try to put a
ammo,
vest on
'cause
first,
this
then the
thing only
backpack?
starts with like 5 boxes.
It's
5 boxes.
What's that game you play,
All right.
August?
Dress to impress.
So we need more 762. My suggestion is let's take the AP, the one that's all the way on the right.
Love you, man. It's so funny.
Alright, Owen, you got your launcher set up?
How many stars would you give it?
Oh, do you have your launcher set up?
Currently 3.
Yeah.
Alright, hey, Trapper and Nightbot.
Is that traffic?
I have returned.
I figure we'll move as
Anything
one big
else we
group.
need?
So Warhorse is gonna hold to our west on a
Going in.
Warhorse will be holding to our west on a hill, just providing fire support from there. He's got amazing sight lines, so I ain't messing with him. I figure we can move as one big group along this stream. Once we get close, we'll split off and try and get into an L shape around the village itself.
12 and 5. Let's get a couple more.
Okay.
Doesn't cost anything.
To these buildings here. Yeah.
If you'd like, I can have Owen provide long-range explosive support, and I can swap over to a medium MG and basically be a stationary position about where the icons currently are to cover everything south of that secondary point.
Nice, good job.
Yeah.
Where exactly?
You can put a suppressor on your rifle.
So if
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that
Take
actually.
the A2 bird
and then I
cage flash
figure
hider off, and then you can attach
Swing
a
Raven
suppressor.
0 around. I need to get eyes on it first, but I figure we might go somewhere over here. It's further away, but we should have good line of sight. And more importantly, cover. I think we'll just have to play it by ear once we get
Darling,
to
can you come here with that freaking gun?
those
please?
first houses. I
Right.
think
Yeah,
we
be
get
right back.
a view of the area first.
You know,
Oh
why
my
don't we
God.
just
Was it really
have Raven
this? I didn't
2
know
go
about
more
this.
east,
I
and since
didn't
Raven
know
0 and
about
Raven
that.
1, since we have the numbers, we're gonna actually assault.
Which
They can still provide that long-range support, right?
Yeah, it was 16 carbine.
Yeah.
And then I literally
They
just
go-
hit inspect. I didn't
Yeah,
know
the other
that.
thing I was thinking
No
is
one
we
told me
can
about that.
set Raven 2 up
Oh,
So then you want to remove
somewhere in this field,
flash hider.
or somewhere adjacent to this
With
field.
attach
I know it's
suppressor.
more or less the same sightline as Warhorse, but more gun boom.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
do we have an anticipation as to where in this block the camp is likely to be?
I'm assuming it's gonna be over here. That's kind of why I'm orienting ourselves more east. But
In which case, if I could make a suggestion to put Raven 2,
no one explained that.
of course I gotta
Thank
set up
you.
a freaking marker for it.
here.
This helps.
There.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. All right.
That way I can cover. That way we can cover an arc of basically west and south.
Yep.
All right. The thing is, once we move in, you're not really gonna be able to do anything. Are you? You good with that?
He could retake our position.
Yeah. True. He'll still be shooting over our heads, though.
Yeah.
Actually, if anything, once we move there, we can shift them south.
Discussing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We could shift Warhorse down the MSR and him south simultaneously.
Yeah. Completely reverse the L shape.
I don't know about Warhorse, but either way, you figure it out. Raven 1's good to go. We're good on a plan.
Raven 0,
set.
we good?
Let me know when you're ready.
Alright. I think Raven 2 knows what we're doing.
Set.
Might want to get a radio.
Is this a...
Alright, Owen, here's
are
what
we
we're doing.
taking a ride on the magic fucking dragon, or are we driving?
No, we'll have to walk, I think.
It's
We're
like
basically gonna
500 meters.
walk a little bit southeast.
Yeah, take a look at the map, man. Take a look at the map.
Hobbiting. One's another
If you
rifle
see
squad,
where we are
Raven
on
two's
the map,
a 3 team, and then Warhorse
we're
is
basically
the
going to be
Yeah, so
covering
take a look at the map. We're at
south of
military
that
site,
and west
right?
of that.
No, I see it.
Yeah.
Good copy. South and west of the objective.
So I mean,
South and
you
west
tell
of our
me what you
marker
need,
on
but I don't think we need a
that
vehicle just for
crossroads.
transport.
No. We definitely don't.
Yeah, I'd rather have us hoof it.
We're
If you got any concentration.
Alright, Raven
He's
0,
basically
everyone here?
responsible for long-range fire support.
1, 2.
762.
Where's Umbra? There's Umbra. Alright,
Preferable,
let's do it.
but I figure we kind of want to knock out as many as we can, as fast as we can.
Alright, ready to move?
Whenever y'all are ready, step off.
Alright, Warhorse is in position.
Yeah. Everyone's just going downside along the river.
No. Do you guys have night vision, by the way?
Hey, firm.
Nope.
I do.
Click, do you want to go run and grab some night vision?
Yeah, I can.
Alright.
Trevor, I can get us moving if we go grab night vision.
No, I don't like it. I'll be okay. Yeah.
Polly, what
Since
sort
my
of
time
things
that has
that
already been
Reforger
chosen,
does that like differentiates from like Arma 3 and stuff?
From the player perspective, it's
Hey, Citadel.
you have a lot more control over your character, like with the adjustable walk speed and more adjustable stances.
Alright, good to go.
Yep. Let's see, the inventory system's a lot cleaner. I don't know, it's a lot of like quality of life stuff,
Okay.
mainly.
If you guys want, there's an opening on the other side of the fence down the
Oh god, a fence. No. Oh shit.
Alright, we need to go basically due southeast across.
You just want to get over it here?
There's a break over here, I think. Oh, I lied.
You're mounting over here, Polly.
Oh, nice, good spot. Alright, integrated. And there should be a break in the wire fence right up here.
That's our objective.
Alright, we'll be trailing behind Raven 1.
Opera, I mean your twins.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
You got the big guns.
Like your AT
In this time, us and Raven 0 are the assault team, so we're going to let Raven 2 get some eyes on, get some long-range engagement with Warhorse to set up their position on the other side to cover us.
I have eyes on Raven 1
Okay, seems like fella's already made a move. We are good to go. Hey, firm.
Be on the right side of it, I say that.
You're going to the right side. Alright, I'll be sure of that. Stay on the left-hand side.
Ace click fast.
East for moving.
One more.
Sorry, last opera.
I think they're in the tree line.
I got hostiles out in that field. Raven 1, if you guys want to push in and clear that building, we'll cover you.
Looks like Mike Fox and Owen are out there. They might be
Enemy straight in front of me.
Raven 0, we're gonna hold here.
Hey, so we have 0 flares on us now?
didn't bring any.
We got night vision, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't tell you to bring any, so don't worry about it.
Actually, scratch that Raven 0. Let's move up to this LDA and we'll hold it.
Go right. Move, go, go. Yeah, we're taking this building to our left.
Raven 2 is on pause and can begin suppressive fire.
Click is down.
Alright, cover me. I'm gonna grab. I'm a little blind, sorry about that.
Covering.
These guns are bad, just get it covered. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Thank you.
I literally did not see that guy. He was right in front of me.
Reloading.
Anybody got any morphine?
Yeah, I do. Where you at? There you go. Don't ask when I injected it.
Thank you. My fucking guns, but god damn it.
Go get it. We're staying here. Oh shit.
What's up?
The radio's in fucking. Fuck, I have to go back and. Alright, Opera, do me a favor, get on platoon now, ask Raven 1 if that building's clear.
One sec.
Take your time. Actually, no, disregard, I'm going over to him, stay here.
Whatever. I'm not understanding what's happening.
Hey, what up? You mind transmitting for over platoon net for me if it becomes necessary?
Yep, I got you.
Copy. Raven 0, we're pushing down this stream. Raven 1 will be covering us.
Copy. Ace, pull.
Passing you.
Bro, I'm last, but just keep moving. My leg's fucked up. Polly, just so you know, my leg's fucked, so I'll be trailing behind.
Hey, Cliff, I'd like to talk to you after this if you have time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Click, you good back there?
All good. One contact down.
Copy. Can you tell Raven
With you, Ace.
Copy, Opera.
I'm with you.
Raven 2, this is Raven 0.
This is Raven 2,
Yeah,
go ahead.
hold here.
Check map. Move towards marked location.
Affirm, moving towards marked location.
I like having music there.
Good copy.
And go ahead and tell Raven 1 they're good to move up to us. And we'll start assaulting this as a big group.
Raven 1, this is 0. Raven 1, this is 0.
Zero, this is Raven 1, go ahead.
You are good to move to our pause, and then we will commence assault when both elements are set.
Raj, we want Raven 1 to move to your position, preemptive to an assault.
Affirm, good copy.
Copy. Wilco, out.
Thanks for handling the radio. I don't know why mine's bugging out.
No problem, brother.
Ace, how are your sight lines here?
All grass. Otherwise, not too bad. You want me to get sights on the house?
Negative. I got my eye on that house.
Raj, all I see is open field in front.
Yeah, once Raven 1 gets here, we'll probably hold here, maybe shift a little bit to our right, and let them clear the house.
Copy that.
Oh, and Click, can you get a sit rep from Warhorse?
Warhorse, this is Raven 0, how copy? Contact rear.
Good copy.
Direction northwest.
I think those are strays, you sure?
Seems like consistent
Set
contact.
for Warhorse.
Sit rep.
Great.
Those are rounds coming from our right, zipping over our
Just
head. We're good.
hanging out. Scanning for targets.
Or sorry, from our left.
Alright, good copy. Raven 0 copies all.
Take contact across the lake.
Yeah, we are still getting actively suppressed. Check my last, I believe, direct east, we're taking contact, direct east.
Raven 0, Raven 1.
Go ahead, send traffic.
We're making our move down this water feature. Before we go much further, just wanted to confirm your location.
Our map markers are up to date.
Map markers up to date, directly down the stream from your current pause.
Raj, we'll be coming up from your north. Out.
Awesome. Alright.
Be advised on approach, possible contact from the east. Far.
Alright, I gotta go AFK for a second. Click your lead until I'm back.
Copy. I'm not tripping, right? Like, you guys...
Raven 0, this is Raven 2.
Blue, blue, blue.
Eagles, Eagles?
Go for 0.
Check map, would like to move to circled location.
We're here.
Damn, we got the whole...
Just one artillery round.
What's your current pause?
Current pause is 057100, keypad 3.
A firm, good to move. We'll hold position till you're set. Advise.
A firm.
Hopefully Polly's cool with that. Polly's AFK for a second.
Alright, what's the play?
No fucking clue. Wasn't
Okay.
filled in.
So the next thing here is we assault the town. We're gonna allow Raven 2. Wait.
We're taking E2.
We're taking E2. A firm.
Alright, I'm good. Alright. I'll wait for Raven 2 to get in position. Let's just hold here for now.
A firm.
Sorry about that, I'm back. Alright, Raven 1.
Raven
we're
2 is moving up to circled location on map. Raven 1 is in our trunk.
Copy that. Raven 1, swing off to our right, check this building, we'll cover you from here. No copy.
Raven 2, this is... Correction, Raven 0, this is 2.
Send traffic.
On pause.
A firm, Raven 1 is moving. We should be commencing assault here momentarily.
Oh, and let Warhorse know that we're internal.
Permission to dump 40 mic into the town?
Oh, go for it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna smoke front. Just give me one.
Smoke ready. Oh, this guy.
Citadel, you got one on top?
Nope, I held it.
Polly, did you have any info in the brief about enemy armor?
Negatory.
Alright, okay.
We ought to keep our eyes out for it, but I think with a IFV, a dedicated anti-tank team, and a Moz in each squad, I think we're okay.
Yeah, A-firm. I just, I missed the chunk of it, so...
Yeah, you're good. We just know there's a lot of guys here.
Alright, copy.
Raven 2, this is 0.
This is 2, go ahead.
How's your sight lines from there?
They're a little bit short, but we can see everything on this side of the village.
Alright, beautiful.
How is your view on the south side?
With 10 seconds of prep, it can be very good.
Alright, A-firm.
Alright, I'm gonna give Raven 1 a sec to clear that building, and then we're gonna bound to the next building, clear it out, they'll cover us. Raven 2 will cover us. And, yeah.
Copy.
I'll go top of that, hang out here.
Raven 0, Raven 1.
Send traffic.
Raven 1 is in position. Go ahead and take the next building.
Good copy. Raven 0 is moving.
Yep, go for it.
Raven 2, this is 0. Be advised while eyes on friendlies moving to target location 2.
Eyes on friendlies moving.
They're reading my mind. a break right here. We can have sight line to hop it. Never mind, we can walk through this.
Windows seem clear.
Click with me. We're gonna take the front. The rest of you go
That's
around
time.
back. Oh, disregard.
Roll what you got. Oh, the enemy still holds the tube, so I think we are repulsed. I think that is a mission failed. Turn off your
really?
NVGs. Stand by for daylight.
Sorry, turn that fire back on, please.
God help me, I'm stuck in limbo.
It's a bit cold.
Thank you. It's a little fucking chilly.
I'm really cold,
Wait,
guys.
it's on for you guys?
Yeah, fire's
Yeah,
on.
warm up.
Yeah, he's wow.
Are we respawning somewhere?
Yeah, you can respawn at the camp.
Copy.
All right, so that was our first fail. Let's discuss what happened and what we can do better or different next time. Get the scenario set up while we're talking.
I think it was just a case of us not being aggressive enough. I was having radio troubles halfway through that, so every transmission took like twice as long as it should have.
Once you put your backpack radio down, your primary one stopped working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to fix that, you just pick your backpack radio back up and drop it again, and it resets. I don't know why it's doing that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happened too late for me to double back for it.
How do you sit down?
I gotcha. Just always good to.
You'll see something that says
just as you walk
loiter,
around, always check to make sure your
and then it's
comms
an
are working
interact.
when you put your backpack
Click
down.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we attempted a midnight attack. While we didn't take excessive casualties, we were repulsed. So we're kind of back where we were. We did manage, though, to knock out at least one token's worth of insurgents. So they got to replace those at the start of their next turn. And that is the situation at the end of Blue Fortnite. And let's go with Op Fortnite. I think things are about to get a little uglier. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw a little
Citadel.
tidbit while Citadel is doing his thing. The plan was great from what I was seeing what was happening. If Raven 1 and Raven 2 moved in on those simultaneously, I think we would have had it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be
Yeah.
sneaky beaky.
But the plan itself was pretty good.
Yay.
Nah, fortune favors the bold.
Y'all
So
gotta
what
kill
they're
more
doing
people.
Is they're gonna open
I
up
killed
a
a
camp
fuckload of people.
right on our flank.
Dude, I mowed down at least 100 dudes.
What you do best.
And they're gonna try to.
This game's so fucking pretty.
Yeah, they're gonna convert. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're gonna convert 3 of those.
If I lay on the fire, will it kill me?
No.
Try it. No, let him
I
try
don't
it.
even see fire on. I think mine's reversed. That's how bugged this
Oh
is.
wow, yeah, it does nothing.
Well, you're
Got
so
that hot ass, though.
Chester.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, well,
Mm. My fire.
I'd be okay if you wanted to.
I'm down for switching up.
Yeah, do we,
Get some liar, dude. My pants are on fire.
August, what would you want to swap up?
No, I remember Citadel talking about it earlier, and we've had like 2 or 3
that's
rounds.
the end of the insurgent nighttime turn.
Yeah, I figure this is working pretty well, so.
start of day 2. We get 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, 9 Fox. Okay.
9 Fox has got a
9.
point, but
I think I'll just keep.
I mean, if y'all want to swap over to just being like a machine gun
MG.
team,
Yeah, if you want to be an MG team. I would like another MG unit on my squad. I wanted to set something up for it.
Yeah, just a heavy weapon
Yeah.
squad would be good, I think.
hey, hey, Sid, do you think we could get that reorg screen up? It sounds like we want to take another look at it.
Yeah. Thank you for asking. Bam. There we go.
Alright, so Night Fox Owens, you guys were saying that, the AT team wasn't very, effective?
Well, it's just that we don't have much in the way of AT targets. I think that if we just reclass for having a GPMG and maybe a DMR, we can provide assistance against the targets we're actually encountering.
Dude, yeah. If we're attacking, I'll give you all a Jeep. You can stuff a metric fuckload of ammo in there, and yeah.
Works for me.
There's more just throwing that out there.
And that was the other thing I was going to suggest. If you guys are looking to be like a static team, maybe take a construction truck rather than a transport truck, and you can even set up a mortar or a machine gun nest or just something like that to augment your fighting power. Just a thought.
Don't have to twist my arm twice.
Owens, you down with that?
Yeah, they're like machine gun nest.
All right.
Big old
How's the LAV working out for you guys? Sauce and Jester?
Pretty sweet.
Yeah?
Yeah, especially that last one. Because that's perfect range for us, like 500 meters. We're just
Okay.
mowing dudes down.
Alrighty.
Not
Polly,
gonna lie
do you
though. Sorry.
I was going to just ask Polly, do you think using LAV as a bit of a battle taxi to help us cross some of those open fields would have been worth it? Or do you think they're better suited just on Overwatch?
Honestly, in that situation, I figured once we had Raven 2 set up, it may have been wise to use him as a battle taxi to push up directly to those buildings, get up close, start clearing them. But beyond that, I kind of did like him on Overwatch more.
Yeah. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. So.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
All right then. So, any other changes we want to make? Anybody getting tired and need to swap out, like leaders, anything like that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sid, if you want to, you can take over section lead.
I can give it.
Radio check 38.5.
I can jump in, brother.
Go ahead. Can I continue to carry the radio backpack though?
Good check.
Yeah, actually, I would
thank
prefer if you did. So that works out really well.
You down to drive for this section?
I'll take you as my 2IC if I get put down or
Yeah,
I'm out
sure.
of the fight. Or I'm
Thanks.
just unavailable. Use your help. Alrighty then. So with all that handled, I think I'm gonna get back into setting up the scenario. So give me just a minute here, but what is it that we are looking to accomplish with our
Here,
with our
line
turn?
engine off for right now.
I'd almost say we try and... actually...
We could try to dislodge that camp to our east. Because it's isolated, it'll be a lot easier to destroy. Or we can try to break up that brewing attack from our south. Especially since there's nothing stopping the insurgents from going from Itup to the northwest there and punching a hole in our line there. So
But there's a lot of troops to our east.
We're gonna
there's a
wind
lot
up-
of troops to our east. They amassed quite a little force there.
We will lose at least one position. The question is, which one do we lose on their counterattack? If we attack their easternmost base, then we can potentially reduce them, even if we can't take the position. But
Right.
really, to be successful, we would need to probably hit it with most of our units, not just ourselves. And then, let's see, we've already put stuff down, so we can't reinforce into that vulnerable Midwestern one. If we could move the one from.
We can get one more troop and then just kind of do a little bump everybody down the line. So we can do that.
Yeah, if we could do that, I would put 2 units into that middle western one. Yeah. And the one north of 2, or the one between 1 and 2. That makes sense.
Here?
That one, yeah, that one. I'd move that guy south.
Right here?
Yep. And the one that was in there previously south, just so we can have 3 against their 3 in that Midwest.
Oh, I
And
see.
then, yeah.
Just kind of shore up our front line.
Yeah, maybe putting too many eggs in, or all the eggs up front, but, and then if we take what we've got and go east with it.
Right.
I, I think we should at the very least be able to reduce the total number of units they've got there and hopefully remain sufficiently intact afterwards that we can repel the inevitable invasion from the south.
My suggestion is that this unit moves south, and then we alone attack east, and just, if nothing else, thin them out so that there's not quite so many. Kind of a spoiling attack.
Well, we would be able to. Okay, if they even take that 2 spot, right? Like that. Yes. Even if they take that, we could then just re-attack them from the east.
In theory, yeah.
Yeah, in theory, we'd be able to give it up, sacrifice
Or
that.
if it costs us too many, if these guys get all beat up from doing that, then it would just be us or something. So just throwing it out there.
I like spoil attack a bunch.
Yeah. Because then their only options are to either start moving those troops around, reroute them, especially with this 3 here, they're not going to want to leave their camp exposed. Or, yeah, and if we can unilaterally just thin them out and leave this as like a big bulwark while we continue to build up and backfill, I think we might have a better chance. So, what do you guys think?
Good.
I mean, it all comes down to the fighting, so.
Yeah.
And so far, we've been very good with fighting tonight.
So then if that's the case, what we're going to do is we're going to have us on our own try to thin them out. We'll have these guys hold and just defend, because they'll get the mechanical advantage for defending. These guys here are also going to hold, since they can't really move anymore. And, yeah, force them to either punch through our reinforced lines or go around it a little bit, which will give us time to reinforce it more. So then, yeah, I will set up our attack from military base east into whatever that place is. Stand by.
So basically, all we're doing is just going to be raising hail.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, hey, Sauce, Chester. Oh. Sorry.
Do you want me to see if we can't convince it it'll get us a mortar and I can just more or less continually drop mortar rounds on it?
If you got an MG truck, yeah.
Actually, I was gonna ask.
Build it yourself.
I was gonna ask our LAV guys, because we're going to be moving into a forest, so either I can set you all on the coastline, like up here, and you probably won't see much, or y'all can swap to something different just for this round.
What's the Gurdref of the camp that we're attacking?
Hey, Nightbot.
It should be around here about, in the forest, 058105.
I like what you're thinking. Get up to the coast, and then see what we can do from there.
Alright, I'm not gonna give y'all infantry support, I'm gonna just rely on your range.
That's fine. Yeah,
okay.
To operate mobile mortar.
I think we've got the supplies turned off, though.
Oh,
and then Raven 2, you guys are gonna set up as a mortar?
Have fun.
Yeah, we're going to try to. We're going to figure out the supply issue and whether or not if those are on or off.
If you just set it up right next to this camp, it should mooch off of that supply.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Engineering truck's already up, Night Fox. It's back left of the LAV.
Thanks, Oz.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, so
awesome.
We're going to put it here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 meters. Plenty of time on that.
So August, you're set and good to go.
Owen, do you want to attach on a different unit so that
hey,
you're
man,
not just
you're doing great,
sitting
by the
here?
way.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're doing great. I can see the Arma 3 is really.
If you're doing mortar, it is a two-man job, I would say.
I could defend. I'm fucking with you.
Well, we're not likely going to be attacked here, but actually, if you went up there and had the designated role of being the JTAC,
dude, holy shit, yeah.
I'm mad slow.
I think I'm 80 kgs.
well, so what I would do is I would drop down to just an M4 and a pair of binoculars, more or less, just so that you can call in the mortar rounds where I need to get them.
Okay, so Trapper, I figure our plan of action will. We're leaving a team here as a mortar. We're sending Warhorse up to our north to just kind of cover what they can on the beach. We will probably just move in a line into this forest and honestly play it by ear. I don't have much of a plan for this other than we got to get in there and see what we're looking at.
Why don't we have? Why can't Warhorse come in from the south along
they're
that
not going to be
road?
seeing anything. That's the problem.
I got magnified optics and that's it. So we're not great up close. Plus we got the height difference.
Yeah, I'd rather send them out afar where we don't need infantry support for them.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we can push them up towards us and move them.
No,
or
I make a
whatever.
suggestion.
If we have them at the yeah.
So, since we do have mortars, and they're obviously players operating them, we could do a creeping barrage as we assault through.
Yeah, maybe. I want to see what kind of contact we get first up. If it's necessary, we will totally do it. On the other hand, I don't think we have a lot of experience with mortars, so brain assault.
Alright, back us up.
Wait, but what if we put the Warhorse stopping them from getting reinforcements, like from
That's the thing. They're not really getting reinforcements here. So,
okay,
I
see.
mean, realistically, I'd set them up walking
that's
south,
true.
but they're not really doing
Yeah, this
that.
is like an isolated army right now.
Yeah, so we're probably looking at maybe a platoon of guys sitting in this forest.
Got it.
Boys, let's do this.
Okay. Make sure you got your stuff.
You can make a group.
Polly, what do you need from us?
So Raven 1 and Raven 0 will be moving out to the east on foot, basically just in a big old line.
Raj, squeeze him, push him into the sea. Say again?
Yep, we've got Warhorse to our north, covering where they can, and then we've got the mortar where we need it. So.
All right, we'll probably run that water feature out and kind of just skip around up to the northern half of the AO.
All right, let me finish getting this thing.
Alrighty then.
And then we can kind of hug the tree line to the south.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty then.
We good to move?
Timer is begun.
Alright, driver.
Go for it,
take
gamers.
us back.
Raven 0 with me.
Raven 1 on me, boys.
Who am I tagging along with? 0?
Yeah, tag along with me. You're a forward observer, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not yet, sorry.
Oh man, this is fun.
I do like this. I'm not gonna lie though, I was hoping I could blow up like a vehicle with that. With the big
I
claw.
was hoping we would see like BRDMs and stuff.
Yeah. I was ready to just.
You know, the original plan with the AT team was that I would give them HE rounds as well. They're not in the arsenal. I probably should have checked that beforehand, but...
HE rounds? Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. Anti-structure munitions.
I swear I saw that earlier. I think the enemy was
it's only
shooting.
the heat ones.
Oh, okay. I don't know, but it sounded like explosive rounds.
There's a break in this place, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
we're not at it yet. I'll blow it if it's not.
It's the other direction, isn't it? Fuck.
Oh, I have a
All the
GL.
way at the corner, you can jump over.
Alright.
It's
I got a GL probably. If you want to hold up, I can just boom it.
No, please don't.
Yep,
Okay.
there's,
There it is.
actually, I don't know if these ones are destructible with small arms like that.
Fucking literally
I've
unplayable.
done it with a grenade, I think, but I could just be hallucinating.
Yep, there's a break up there. I did the exact same thing last time.
We have 17 minutes and 50 seconds to kill as many FIA as we can.
So every round is 20.
Yeah, every round is 20.
Alright, we're gonna be pushing east, hugging the tree line, and
Exactly that.
oh my god.
Alright, now that we are outside of the fence, let's get organized. Trapper, I'm going to have you on point. Take us north by north, approach the east by northeast. We'll look at that way.
Sorry, hold on for a minute. Going a little fast, losing people. Sorry about that, we all here? We are.
Contact. Southeast, southeast. 80 meters.
Raven 1, Raven 2.
Go ahead, sir.
Be advised, you guys have contact on your, in the direction you're moving. Maybe 100 meters from.
Raj, thanks.
Alright, we're gonna swing right, we're not engaging that, that's not our job.
Swing right?
Yep.
I'm just
Moving. No engagement.
hold up for a little slower.
Yeah, I'm dumping my radio right here.
Where's Click?
Radio check. Okay, awesome. I'm en route.
Okay,
I want to give it
disregard
up until they hit eyes.
We do not have a radio respawn, I forgot to grab the other one.
Good to move. Good effect from that explosion. Assume that was a mortar.
Contact left.
got contact left.
Contact close left, 50 meters.
Eyes on.
Alright, former gun line, orient left. If you got a shot, take.
Mortar is ready for tasking. Just drop a point on the map.
We got contacts heavy on our straight ahead. All along this tree line. Alright, just go slow. Spread out.
7-0, push forward, slow.
They're very wide. Enemies are to your far right too, Paul. Swoosh down there.
have we passed the trail yet? Confirm, I think it's on the Raven 0 mark. That's us.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Okay.
No, radio into...
Hey, click with me.
Mortar's ready to go.
Alright, Raven 0, keep pushing, get to your body.
At least we're still over by that rock to its left.
Stand by.
Copy.
We just moved to the bushes.
Contact right.
Reloading.
Mr. Raven 0.
Click's dead.
I need med.
Raven 0 copies.
We got excellent eyes on the north side of the ridge.
Sorry, repeat that.
North has excellent visibility on the north side of Target Ridge.
Copy that, maintain position. If you see anyone who is enemy, well, blow them the fuck up.
Yep, just consider it for movement.
Alright guys, we're gonna hold here, orient east.
Hey, Warhorse, Raven 1.
Sender.
Are you guys in a good position to start calling in mortars? You might have the best viz.
To a degree, but it is target sparse right now. Got eyes on a fire, but that's about it.
Raj.
Raven 2, Raven 0.
Ready to copy.
Request fire mission, grid 059, break 105, keypad 5, 4 rounds, HE, how copy?
Good copy, rounds out.
Hey guys, we're gonna backtrack 50 meters. I just called in mortars in front.
Raven 0, we're pulling back.
Ace pull. Ace pull.
Set.
Man and opera.
Alright, once offer moves, we're good. I just don't want us to have line of sight on where those mortars are landing. They're awfully close.
Raven 1, Raven 0, sit rep. Sorry, scratch that, pause rep.
Stand by 1, boss.
How are y'all on ammo?
Green.
I'm green.
I'm great.
I'm gonna go for a quick reload.
Hey, click, sit rep.
Raven 0, Raven 1, ready with pause rep.
Raven 0, cop.
Pause rep is as follows: 0, 5, 7, mark, 1, 0, 6. Oriented southeast, on task.
Just copy that, I've updated the map markers with our position. We got mortars coming in just to our east.
Raj, do you need us to hold?
Negative, y'all are good to push wherever y'all are, y'all are good to push along the side of that ridge, sorry.
Raj, continuing task, out.
Hi, this is Click.
3 rounds out.
Copy. The map, the Raven 0 map marker is up to date. If you want to make your way to us, we're holding position. Is Owen there with you?
Good copy. Yep, affirm.
If Owen's there with you, send him to us as well.
Copy.
Or actually, scratch that. Tell Owen to go to Raven 1.
Fire complete.
Owen, this is Click. How copy?
Raven 2, good effect.
Probably. Probably good effect. Alright, we're gonna hold here for a minute. We're waiting for, actually, you know what? No, fuck it. We're gonna push back. Let's go.
Alright.
I do want to give Click a minute to get up to us, but I also don't want to get left behind by the mission. Alright, keep your eyes on this forest in front of us. We're gonna hold just about here.
Hi, this is Click. I am en route about 5 mics.
Yeah, I see that.
Copy that. Raven 1, Raven 0.
Good.
I've updated your map markers. Can y'all push east to that position?
Raj, on it. Out.
I'll say anything.
Negative.
Alright, Click should be here in just a minute. Once he's here, we're gonna push forward in a gun line.
This is Warhorse to Raven 0.
Raven 0 copies, send traffic.
The portions of the north face we can see are clear up to the camp.
Copy. I'm gonna leave it to your discretion whether you want to reposition yourselves or not. I can't really think of any better position to put y'all in. So, yeah.
Eagle. No, I think we're gonna stay here. Just we've got eyes on your position. I can send tracers to where we see the fire at the camp. Looks like it's clear for rapid movement.
Copy that.
Sending tracers.
Raven 2, Raven 1, fire mission.
Send it.
Grid ref 0, Fife, Niner, Mark 1, 0, Fife, keypad 7, break. Got infantry in the woods, requesting HE ×3. Nearest friendly is about 75 meters to the west.
A-firm, good copy.
Alright, we're gonna push forward in a gun line on me. Moving slow.
Copy.
Oh, got a camp up ahead.
Oh, that tower.
There's a little antenna sticking out in front of us. Hold here, orient towards that camp. Bearing 070. Actually,
Raven
Ace
2,
Click, keep
Raven
an eye
1,
on our left
hold
side.
fire. I say again, hold fire. We have friendlies too close to the target area. How copy?
Good copy, holding fire.
Raven 2, Raven 0, fire mission.
Send it.
Grid 059er, break 104, keypad 9er, 4 rounds, HE. Enemies in the open. Good copy.
Orders coming in front of us. Hopefully directly on that.
Contact on last 40, Mike.
Copy.
Back west clear.
Clear. Attaboy.
Rounds going out, quantity 5.
Oh, I called 4.
Yo, this is Raven. No, this is 0.
This is 0. It's fine. Tag along with us. We're gonna clear the camp.
Good copy. We got enemies down by the coast to our north.
Yeah, we
Just a
know.
couple
Raven
stragglers.
1's on him.
Rounds complete.
Hit the deck. Those are definitely off target.
Raven 2, good effects, ceasefire. Friendly's moving in.
I got eyes on hostiles.
A-firm, hold fire.
They're looking north side. They're looking towards the mortars. They're moving towards us though. About 4 or 5 of them.
If
6.
you see him, light him up.
Oh, a lot of them.
Raven 0, we're gonna swing left 50 meters. We can get better eyes.
Enemies northeast. They threw a smoke.
You're right in my muzzle, Owen.
Contact front.
I saw at least 5, 6. So.
Raven 1, Raven 0, pause are up.
Stand by 1.
And that's time.
Oh. Fuck. Not again.
Yeah.
We have absolutely annihilated the enemy at this location. Well heckin' done.
Interrogative, is it sufficient to occupy the terrain, or are they merely reduced?
Oh no, we have actually that's like an attack. We conducted an attack, so we get to occupy it, which means we will automatically destroy the camp because it has nowhere to retreat to.
Awesome. Our spoiling attack was very tasty.
It was highly successful. So it was actually more successful than I was expecting. So.
Is that the last one for the night?
I believe so, my friends. It is already 8 p.m. U.S. Mountain Time. We had a good couple of rounds, but I do believe that is the last one for the night. Always leave them wanting more, I say. So unfortunately, that will be the final battle for now.
I do request everybody to stay in server, please. While we chop it up.
Yeah, come on back to the, come on back into the server. Come on back to the camp.
Give me a BDA on that Citadel. Just want to see.
Oh, on what?
On the camp that we just annihilated.
You're asking like how many dudes there were?
Yeah. Because my guess is, I don't know, 20? That?
So I think if I'm doing the math in my head, there was, I want to say there was just above 40, like 41 or 42, something like that. And when I said pause X, there were 5 remaining.
A little whiter spot on the ground or something like that? I think there's only 2 on my trapper.
Yes, there's only 2. There's one here, Opera. No way! Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now this is advanced gaming.
Whoa.
Wait, how many of us can...
Whoa.
What button? What button do you push?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro.
It is
It
more
was like
comfortable.
kindergarten
Take a seat,
assembly,
take
dude.
a
This is what it was like being a fucking kid in public school.
What button do I press?
It's like my ass hurts.
Gather on
S.
campfire. We're saying campfire song.
So come towards the front, maybe that guy, and just the moment you get that UI.
It's gonna be like right in the middle of all the.
Can I steal your herb?
Oh yeah.
There you go,
Can I
bang.
steal your spruce tree sapling?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Moose?
Can I steal your spruce tree sapling?
Yeah.
That guy's sitting on my foot. I'm losing circulation.
So though, if you had
It feels nice.
if you had anything to wrap it up with, you can.
No, I think we can save it for the Arma General chat.
Okay, sweet. Is everybody in the Discord here, or at least most of us that were here before?
Myself and here, not on the server.
All right, cool. Everybody, let's go over here to this warehouse.
Just left click.
And then if everybody can stand right here on the roadside and face the red doors. It's a pretty little battle line. Huh. Yes or no to what?
English or Spanish?
Yes. Come on, Trapper, you figure out. You just gotta find a spot in line. Alright, cool. Appreciate you guys giving me this couple minutes. So, over the past couple weeks, we've had a name get brought up a few times for the rank of Spectre Prospect. And I figured tonight, while we were all here, it would be a beautiful time to go over that and bring that into the fold. So we do have a little ritual here at STF, and as you guys can see, it might involve a gun line. But if Sauce could do me a favor and go stand by those red barn doors right there, I'd really appreciate it. So I know we all know Sauce, especially the 1PH guys. But since the merger and even before then, when we've been running together, not only is he a hell of a guy, but he's been really pushing the pillars that we hold near and dear here, and has been a hell of a teammate the past couple weeks, especially once after everything has been said and done. So if Sauce would do the honor, and I will ask him one more time, General Sauce, do you take or would you take the rank of Spectre Prospect?
Gladly.
Light him up! I think we got him.
Smoke.
Didn't even get through half the belt.
Congrats, Sauce.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We're happy to have you, brother.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Well, that was all. That's all I needed your time for in-server.
Backblast clear!
No, I'll spark a discussion in the Arma General sense in holding everybody hostage.
I think it would go pretty quick. We're not that far
Yeah.
over.
Oh,
People
you know
gotta
what?
leave,
You're
you
right.
gotta leave.
It's only 8. So tell you what, why not, Sauce? Why don't you lead us through a quick highs and lows?
Sure. High, we shot a lot of dudes. Low, no vehicles for us to engage. But that's not much of a low.
So starting from just the top of the Discord, going right to the bottom. Let's just do highs and lows of what we experienced. So quick, see you later, Ace. Just leave your highs and lows in the chat so we don't miss it for later. Yeah, if anyone else has to go ahead, just leave your highs and lows in the general chat. That way we don't miss your input. But if you're going to stick around, yeah, quick. I know you weren't here for the whole time, but what was the high point and the low point? Low doesn't necessarily mean awful, just the lowest point.
Yeah, I wasn't here for the whole time, but from when I was here, my high would probably be first op I jumped in on. The planning was really well coordinated. A little bit more of a simultaneous hit, and it would have been damn near perfect. Well executed, radio comms were good, and it overall just felt good. Low, I would say reaction to contact was a little lacking in the second mission.
All right, August.
High Point, very fun game, very fun mission building and objectives that we had to accomplish, so thank you, Citadel. Low Point, I would say probably inter-team communication, comms back and forth from fire team leads to section leads to, comms could have been a lot better between teams.
John?
Not present, sir. Apologies.
All good? I was going to say I didn't hear you on the radio. Moose, I know you had tech issues, but I'll hear your input all the same.
High, I guess. Sauce getting promoted. Low, tech issues, I guess, on my end.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. I just need to get a better PC.
So do we all. Opera? Trapper?
Yeah, it's the comms within teams. I know since I was leading the first one, that was just a fault on my own. But then Polly also had the radio thing with the backpack. A few things that Arma Reforger is going to continuously do. Aside from that, everything else was really great. The way the teams worked together in unison was nice, especially with Warhorse. I wish we got the mortars a little bit more love, but something happened in the end there. We just gotta, I don't know. I guess we gotta be aware of where like everybody is, especially our teammates, and like what we're doing, what the plan is. Everybody should know what's going on. It was a hell of a lot of fun though. Thank you, everybody.
Kiki, were you with us tonight, brother?
I joined the voice call 3 minutes ago, sir.
Roger that. Jester.
I was mowing dudes down in the middle of the night. That was pretty cool. I killed like 100 dudes. That was awesome. Low was sitting and looking at a field of flowers for 20 minutes.
When did...
Oh, it was our first engagement. I just kind of sat there and listened to all the cool stuff in the background. I was like, oh, that's cool.
You just didn't get in the fight is all. All right, and Spectre Prospect Sauce already gave us his. Any other thoughts, though, before I just go past your name?
Nope.
For me, the high point was definitely just hearing all the different moving parts working together, hearing that Bushmaster just cracking rounds over her head. Still terrifying. Low point for me, there's just never enough time to get all the different bits and pieces put together to give you guys the experience that I want. So I really would I'm grateful for the patience you've shown me, and the low point is just the stress of trying to get everything together as fast as I can, but still worth it. Night Fox?
High point is warheads on foreheads. Any night with mortar is a good night. Downside, my Carl Gustav hungers for the flesh of vehicles.
Owens.
Yeah, I agree with my IC there. And Sauce. We were shooting a lot of people. It felt like we were very controlled, but there were some folks just getting left on the sidelines. And I think, you know, if I'm staring at a road with an RPG out and Game Master may see it, just send a fucking transport truck. I just feel like that's what I was there for. And I was shooting infantry units, which was still cool, but we switched it up at the end. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks, Citadel.
Holly?
High point was definitely playing PL. I need to do that more often. Low point, the first engagement, I think I overestimated how spread out the enemies would be, so Raven 0 and Raven 2 had basically nothing to do for most of that. And I think, yeah, the comms definitely need some work. I was messing that up on my end a lot. But, no, great fun.
That guy?
Everyone stole my points. I've been mad.
Then it sounds like overall there's kind of a concern about communication and generally just sort of a request from players that they're looking to get into the action more, that they don't want to be left out. And yeah, all that is excellent feedback. Next week, I think I don't have anything planned for warm-up training. Maybe some like a comms review is exactly what we need. Give ourselves a little more confidence for how to communicate as a team. Yeah. Not certain what form that would take if it wasn't just a discussion. But if you've got ideas on how we can make that something a little more interactive, throw it our way. Otherwise, sometimes we just got to stand in a circle and talk it out. So that might be what we do next week, just to make sure we're all spooled up.
Workshop.
Yeah, we could definitely run a workshop on it next week sometime.
Workshop.
Yeah. Yeah, if we want to change what we're doing, then absolutely.
Well, more or less, just kind of what you're saying. We can all we can run through it, and then as a team, we can be like, oh yeah, that works, or we can change whatever we got to change.
I was imagining more of just like an explainer, but yeah, you're right. If we need to work on that, then workshop. When's
Yeah,
good
you
for
just talked it
guys?
through. Tuesday, right? Don't we run Reforger on Tuesdays?
I would love to.
Sometimes?
I'll be here Tuesday.
Okay.
I will be here Tuesday, absolutely. So, yeah. Anything else? Anything else for the good of the group? Go once.
Thank you, Citadel.
Oh, you guys. Then I think we're done. Get out. But I'll be back in a little bit, but we'll catch you guys a little later. Get out of here.